Hi there, I'm Coach Tanya, the holistic health practitioner here at Critical Bench, and in this video I'm going to talk all about apple cider vinegar and why it's so wonderful. All right, if you've heard a lot about apple cider vinegar, especially a lot of really good things about it, I'm not surprised. It's been around for a very, very long time, and it's used for everything from consuming for better health, to using topically, to household cleaning. So it covers a massive range of, it has a huge skill set, let's say, because it seems to be able to do a lot of things really, really well. And so well to the point that there's a lot of claims made. Now, in this video, I am not going to stick my neck out so far as to say it will cure this, or it can totally prevent this and that and the other thing. But what I can do is speak from my own experience, because apple cider vinegar has been a staple in my house since growing up in, my family's house and then going out on my own. It's always sort of just been there because it's just the go-to. I mean, it's always in some kind of marinade, it's on some kind of salad dressing, but it's also always been used throughout my life in a lot of different areas. And so, a lot of people, I think you'd be very hard pressed to find somebody who hasn't used this and found a benefit for it in some form or another. And while it may not be the ultimate all-in-one cure for any particular thing, I do believe, and I will say, that apple cider vinegar used in conjunction with other great choices for living well and taking care of yourself has a tremendous positive impact on making things better and helping you deal with certain maybe ailments or just all kinds of stuff. So what all does this do? It does a lot. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is what should you be looking for when purchasing an apple cider vinegar. So I'm not going to say one brand is better than the other. I've always used the Bragg's because that's what my mom used, so I just kind of stuck with it. But what you do want to make sure you're buying is that when you buy an apple cider vinegar, you want it to be raw and you want it to have the mother. Now, I don't know if you can see, but it looks kind of murky. And if you go into the grocery store and you see it sitting on the shelf, it's going to almost look like the product's bad. If you're not familiar with it, it'll look like it's got mold or some kind of gook in the bottom of the jar. But that's just the mother. So you do want your apple cider, absolutely, hands down, to have the mother, okay? And all you do is you just shake that up, and now what you have is just a murky liquid, and that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. So don't shy away from the product because you think it looks bad. It's not bad, all right? So what all does this wonder liquid do? Well, some of the claims and some of the things that we know it can help with is that when it's consumed, whether you choose to use it as like a morning cocktail, and if you want to know what my morning cocktail is, just check out this video. Just click that little card, that little box right up there, and that'll take you to another video that gives you my recipe for that. So you can drink it just as a little cocktail. You can add it to smoothies and other drinks. You don't want to add so much that it completely alters the taste, but you can add enough that you won't notice the taste, and it's just adding that little kick, that little boost to your other drinks. Obviously, salad dressings are another great option. So, there's an infinite number of recipes on the internet. Just hit apple cider vinegar recipes and you will be hit with pages and pages and pages of fantastic ideas of how to incorporate this into your cooking and to your eating. So as far as consuming it, things like lowering blood sugar levels, helping to keep healthy cholesterol levels, helping to regulate the healthy bacteria in your gut. Okay, 72% of our immune system is in our intestines, so we want to keep a really healthy pH, and that's where I guess the magic, we'll say, is it magical, but that's where the heavy hitting power is in apple cider vinegar. Obviously, being a vinegar, it's acidic, all right? So you've probably heard the term pH, you've probably heard the terms acidic, and you've probably heard the term alkaline. Now, a lot of us can be very alkaline in our state, and that's a lot of it's due to diet, combined with stress and how our bodies are processing our food. So it throws off our pH balance very much, okay? Now the pH isn't always going to be perfect, but if we can incorporate foods, nutrition to maintain a more healthy, more balanced pH, our overall system works way better, like way better. And apple cider vinegar is absolutely, hands down, one of the biggest keys in helping us to do that. So by consuming or including apple cider vinegar into your diet, you can help restore and maintain that healthy pH balance in your cells to make your whole body work and function better, just as it's meant to. But if you're one of those people that, well, if a little does a good job, I might as well take a lot. Don't go out and buy a bottle and drink the whole thing, because, you know, too much of a good, even a good thing, is not a good thing. So adding apple cider vinegar into your diet, a couple tablespoons a day, is a really great way to help normalize, stabilize, and maintain a healthy pH. Drinking an entire bottle is not. So probably one of the most exciting things that, you know, when we talk about apple cider vinegar, and what people say about it, or the claims they like to make about it, is that it promotes weight loss. Well, it can certainly help with your weight loss. However, what else are you doing? What else are you eating? And are you moving? So continuing to eat poorly, continuing to live a sedentary life, but drinking 4 or 5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar a day is not going to help you lose weight, all right? However, eating a very healthy diet of whole, nutritious, whole foods, you know, fruits, your vegetables, lean proteins, fiber, getting a lot of those high quality nutrients into your body is going to make a huge difference. And now if you add in something like apple cider vinegar, that can help normalize and balance your pH levels, is going to get those cells in your body working optimally. All of that combined with some exercise is definitely going to help with your weight loss efforts. So it's a very holistic process. It's not one thing, one wonder drug, one simple thing that you're going to do that's going to shed the pounds. I'm really stressing on this because a lot of people like to say, I started taking apple cider vinegar and I started losing weight. I would ask them, well, what else did you do? Because they probably did a revamp of their diet. They probably started exercising. So they basically probably started looking after themselves a lot more better. All right, a lot better. I think it was poor English there. But definitely this will help. And again, it comes down to the fact that this is an acidic product, and it's going to help bring that pH into balance, which is going to reduce inflammation. You're going to have better gut health. You're probably not going to have as much acid reflux. Your body's going to work better. Your cells are going to function better, and things are just going to happen in a much better, optimal way. And I do want to mention that as far as weight loss, and as far as really a lot of claims that are made with, you know, all the wonderful things that apple cider vinegar does, there is not a lot of human trial studies done that, you know, can corroborate it with scientific data. A lot of studies have been done on there's been a lot of animal trials and studies done, but not so much with humans. So you do need to keep that in mind, all right? And a lot of the claims that you'll hear is from somebody or from people that have used it for one reason or another and have had success. So, you know, anyone that has used apple cider vinegar as a hair tonic for 20 years and they have beautiful hair, it's probably worth listening to what they have to say, because it hasn't done anything bad or harm them. They're not bald. So, while a lot of the scientific research we have is based on animal studies and not so much on human studies, it probably warrants lending an ear to somebody that has a history of using the product in a certain way that has benefited them. All right, so what about skin? Well, when it comes to skin, it can be great to help. Again, it helps to normalize pH, and it can help with certain things like maybe some breakouts. It can help a little bit with scarring, particularly like from acne scarring, and well, just any kind of scarring that's mild. Any severe scarring, it won't have as much of an effect, but you can definitely use it topically on your skin. You do want to be careful of the concentration you're using. So my suggestion is a 50-50 blend. If you want to use it as like a face toner after cleansing, you want to 50-50 warm water and apple cider vinegar, just saturate a washcloth and just pat that onto your skin. And that'll help kill bacteria that's sitting there, especially if you're prone to breakouts and acne. It can help. It's not going to necessarily cure. You're not necessarily going to wake up with beautiful, clear, clean skin, but it will help. And it does have a tendency, in my opinion, because I've used it as a toner, not for any reason other than I like to use natural products, but I felt like it did give sort of like this glowing, I felt like I had glowing skin, so I don't know, what do you think? Now, when using apple cider vinegar on your skin, obviously if you're taking a washcloth that's got a 50-50 concentration of warm water and apple cider vinegar, you're going to smell it. It's going to smell probably quite strong to you. But I assure you, you're not going to go around the rest of the day smelling like a salad. It's not something that's going to sit on your skin in terms of like a perfume or a fragrance. So you don't need to worry about that. However, if you're not ready to trust me on that, what you can do is just simply add a couple drops of like an essential oil. Not too much, okay? Because we don't want to add a whole bunch of oil into our face toner. But if the smell is bothering you, if you're not very trusting of the fact that you won't smell like vinegar, go and find a really good quality organic essential oil that maybe like a lavender or rose, something that smells nice. Add 1 to 2 drops, and that'll just help mask the smell of the vinegar. Now, where and when can you actually use apple cider vinegar directly on your skin without diluting it with water? One of those things would be things like age spots. If you have really, really dark age spots, it's not going to get rid of them. And I don't know how much it will lighten them, but it will lighten them some. And if you have mild age spots, again, it won't necessarily get rid of them, but it can help to lighten the pigmentation. So what you can do is take like a Q-tip, just something, and dip it in a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and dab it on in the evenings, and just be consistent with that. And over a period of time, you should see that those age spots will start to lighten up, but they won't necessarily go away. And the same thing with scarring. Now, if you're someone who has scarring from severe cases of acne, that can be quite severe. And apple cider vinegar can help reduce inflammation, but in mild to moderate cases, not necessarily in severe cases. No, that doesn't mean you won't see some improvement, but I would hate for you to get your hopes up that you would completely eliminate all the scarring completely, and then be disappointed. That's not the case, but it can help reduce for sure. So again, same thing, you don't want to take apple cider vinegar 100% as it is and start putting it on your face and on your skin. You want to be very specific on the areas that you're dabbing it, because it can have a little bit of a burning effect. I mean, it's a vinegar, it's acidic. So just be mindful of that, and just be very realistic in what it can do, but what it won't do. All right, now what about hair? And this is one that I have used religiously for the last many years. Apple cider vinegar can be great to help. Again, we're talking about pH. So if you tend to have an irritated scalp, or certain products do irritate. I have very, very sensitive skin. So it's hard, a lot of times it's hard to find products that don't burn or hurt or cause like a dry, flaky scalp. So apple cider vinegar has been my rescue remedy for years. And what I do is I make a tonic, and what you can do is if you want to know what my recipe is for my tonic, click this up here again. That's going to take you to that video, and you can write all that down and start using it. But I mix up a tonic in a spray bottle, and after I've washed my hair, I section the hair and spray right on the roots. I let that sit in for a couple minutes and then rinse. And what that does, it's very soothing. It helps normalize pH, so it keeps my scalp healthy, and a healthy scalp means healthy hair. It also helps to get rid of buildup. Now, yes, when us ladies, and even a lot of you men out there, if you're using product on your hair over time, it can build up. And some of the products out there that are meant to help remove that buildup can be very, very stripping. So they don't only pull the bad stuff off our hair, they can also strip the hair harshly. So apple cider vinegar to the rescue, because it will remove that buildup without being too harsh on your hair. Now, you want to be mindful again of the concentration of apple cider vinegar to water, and that video, if you've clicked on it, it'll give you that. But I use this at least once a week, probably no more than 2, but every week I am using it at least once, if not a second time. And I love it. All right, well, there you go. That's my 2 cents worth of, you know, all the wonders of what I think makes this product so great. Again, if you've never used it before, please make sure you're getting something with the mother. If you think the product looks bad because it's got that gooky stuff in the bottom, don't be, take it off shelf, give it a shake. This is exactly what you want. If you're using it topically, be mindful of those concentrations because we don't want you burning your skin. And don't be afraid to add a couple drops of essential oil to mask the smell of the vinegar if that's something that bothers you. If you know, you're looking for ways to incorporate it in your diet, just hit, you know, get into Google and, you know, apple cider vinegar recipes, and you won't be disappointed. There are thousands, probably millions, billions even, of them out there. So you're not going to be stuck looking for ways that you can get this in, right down to my morning cocktail. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have any comments or questions for me, please put them down below. If you haven't done so already, click this box right here to subscribe to our channel for thousands more great videos on fitness and nutrition, everything to help you look and feel good. And hey, check out these videos. They're awesome.